Hello, my very beautiful friends. How's everybody doing today? Excuse how I look, but hopefully I'm going to fix that situation really quick. But today I thought I would share with you all the products I used when I was on the road, how I got ready really quickly because we did not have a lot of time. I had to get ready real fast. And it's so funny that someone in the previous video had requested me to do something like this. So how wild is that? And it validated exactly what I was going to do in this next video. So that's what we're going to be doing today. If that seems like something you're going to enjoy and something that might benefit you, please stick around because we're about to get into all that right now. So yeah, like I mentioned, I did not have a lot of time. Most of the time, the boys were in such a hurry in the morning. I don't know what that was all about, but they wanted to be on the road at like 6 o'clock in the morning sometimes. And I was getting really frustrated because we had purchased hotels that had like complimentary breakfast and all that. And I was like, we couldn't even take advantage of that. I was so bummed. But, they wanted to get on the road. I get it. They just wanted to get here really fast, and so did I, but I still wanted, like a waffle or something before we left, but we did end up stopping along the way. But before we get started today, I do want to say happy Mother's Day. I believe the time that this video goes out, it's going to be tomorrow, so yeah, happy Mother's Day to everybody, whether, you have children. A lot of us are fur baby moms as well. All of us are mothers in one way or another. We take care of somebody, it could be your parents. Yeah, I just wanted to say happy Mother's Day. And if your mother isn't with you today, I guarantee she is with you in spirit and in your heart. So yeah, happy Mother's Day. Actually, tomorrow we are going over to Amanda's parents. She is hosting Mother's Day. How wonderful is that? All of us can be together. Both the kids can be with their, mothers. So I thought, and grandma, because my mom lives with me. So yeah, it's going to be a very nice. And then the time this goes out, we're actually going out to a very nice dinner tonight. It's going to be tonight. Yeah, we're taking the kids out, as a thank you because they helped us so much when we were moving. They were going out looking for a place for us to live, dealing with the realtors, everything like that. So we are so grateful, and we wanted to take them out to eat, as our gratitude. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So today, today is actually, I don't even know what day it is anymore, you guys, but it's definitely not Saturday. Anyway, let's get into this video. I do want to mention really quick too, I do have it empty, and I think I'm going to do that, in these videos. If I go through empty, I'm just going to share with you what it is and what I'm replacing it with. So I went through this whole bottle of Turtur. It's their smooth or milk. Goodness, milk skin toner, and I really did like it. But as you can see, it's like a milky consistency, and it's a little thicker of a toner, and I really did like this. I did feel like it was very nourishing on my skin. But then, I had seen this on, I don't know, you guys, Instagram somewhere. And it's called the 6-peptide skin booster. It has hyaluronic acid in it. Oh boy, it's going to be a day, you guys. NAG, a NAG, and amino acids. And it's by that CosRx that I absolutely love. And somebody actually had told me over on Instagram, she had DM'd me over there and told me about this. So I had already had this as a backup, so it must be good. So I'm super excited to try that out. Okay, let's get into this video and get me looking presentable. As you can see, I just got a t-shirt on. So this is what I do when I'm in a big hurry. So I'm going to go in with my eye primer as usual. And a lot of the products that, oh boy, a lot of the products that I'm using today, I was using on the road. I had packed with me when we left. So I will let you know the ones that were in my Alley Lines, or yeah, it's Alley Lines bags, because that's what I took. Whatever I could fit in her bags is all I took, and that's what I lived on for 2 weeks. Okay, so the palette I'm using is this one. I told you I think the video that I came back, this is one of the palettes that I did take that I use the most. And this is by Morphe. It's the Nude Ambition. And if you guys remember, it was filthy. I cleaned it, so It looks a little bit more presentable today. So I'm going to go in with the shade. It looks like headline nudes. I have a really hard time seeing, so it's that one right there. And what I did was just put it on, just a fluffy brush, and I just went in and basically just did some windshield wiper motion and then just laid that down. Now you can use bronzer, whatever you use. Yeah, it does not have to be a palette. You could really get away with a bronzer. And I'm going to tell you, this is basically all I did. I wasn't super precise, and I just went in and did pretty much that. And I'm going to give you two options here. A lot of the times I didn't put like a shimmer or anything. I just wanted something matte. So if you have a lighter shade, either of this one or more like a Snow White type, I guess, shade, that's what I'm going to be using today. And again, I'm going to give you a little, I don't know, variety here. So, give you a couple suggestions. So I do this quite often, actually, is I just go in and I'm using my finger like I would use a shimmer. And I do keep the brush that I was using in my hand. If I have to go dump into that, I do, just to make it look a little bit more seamless. And let's do that on the other eye. So what are your plans for Mother's Day? Are you guys going out? Are you just going to relax? Are you going to go get a massage? Let me know what you guys have planned, if anything. Yeah, sometimes we all just like staying home and just really taking it easy, because sometimes us mothers, we need that. Okay, so this is your option if you wanted something just really matte. And in that case, I would take up that white just a bit more. But again, I'm trying not to be super picky here. All right, and then if you did want to use a shimmer, the shimmer that I was choosing was this one right here. I use that the most often. So I'm just going to place that really lightly over that white here. Now, once you lay down, the Snow White shade that I was using there, it's a little harder to see the shimmer, but it's slightly there, and it just looks really pretty and soft. And then you can just add mascara at this point. I personally, most of the time, would use an eyeliner, but again, that is a preference and how fast, or how quickly you have to get ready. A lot of times I would skip this on the road, but today I'm going to use it just to give you an idea, and I'll just, show you the difference. So I'm going to be using this eyeliner here by Ulta Beauty. This is a great retractable eyeliner. It's pretty creamy. It's not dry whatsoever. And I'm just using the shade, I think it's just a brown or chocolate. Okay, I found it. It says matte black brown. So that is the shade I'm using. But, I was debating what I wanted to do here. I'm just going to go super close to my lash line, only to add just a little bit of darkness around my lashes. I'm not really looking to add a wing or anything. I just wanted to kind of do that. And then I'm going to go, and I'm not putting it on my lash line. I'm just kind of putting it in my lashes. And I'm probably going to be super messy here. And that is the difference. See how that just kind of creates a little bit of warmth, or I don't know, maybe dimension to the eye. Now this eye, I feel, looks a little more awake or widened, but like this one does look a little bit more squinty. So, again, it's one of those things you have to weigh the options of what you are looking for. So me personally, I like both, to tell you the truth, but I tend to wear eyeliner mostly. Okay, and for the complexion, this is what I did. Right now, I'm just removing any excess skincare and any oils. I do this all the time. One of the things I did take, blur my pores, was this here. It's one of my holy grails. It's by Maybelline. It's the Maybelline Master Blur Stick. This is amazing. It really does fill in your pores. I am curious to see how it is going to work here in Arizona because it can be a little bit drier than some products. So we will see. Yeah, it just does a really good job at filling in your pores, and it just kind of slightly, I don't know, smooths any deep, fine, or deep lines or wrinkles. So yeah, this is a wonderful. Okay, and then I already applied a sunblock, and what I used earlier was this here by Bliss. This is a great sunblock. This has SPF of 30, and it's a mineral sunblock. So just so you're aware, but what I did on the road was I took my Wet n Wild, the tinted hydrator. This is awesome, and that's what I forgot to mention. I'm just using a drugstore of products today because that's basically what I used. So I'm just going to place a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm using the shade. Hold on, one of those jets are going by. They are loud. Okay, I think we're safe now. It did go by. I mean, it is really loud. Okay, so the shade is light medium. So I just placed a little bit on the back of my hand, and then I also added more sunblock. And the one I'm using is the Sun Touchables by e.l.f. It's the Woe Glow. This also has SPF of 30 in it. And this one is in the shade Sunburst. And the reason why I like this one is it is a little deeper of a shade, and when I mix it, it just kind of creates that perfect shade. Plus I'm getting just that extra coverage of the sunblock, and yeah, it just gives that pretty glow too that I love. So if you like a glowy skin, if you like glowy skin, this is what I suggest you doing. Now, if you don't like glowy skin, I would not add this Woe Glow because it does add a lot of, I don't know, just, yes, glow to the skin. So let's blend this in. And it's so funny. I feel like I'm rushing because I know I'm doing a video on trying to be quick, and I really don't need to rush, but I feel like I have to because I feel like I'm getting ready really fast again. So if I seem like I'm all over the place, that is why. And I even took this under my eye and used it as a concealer because it's pretty hydrating that I'm able to do that. So then I do take a sponge. I do this all the time, and I just kind of tap everything into, oh my God, something on my skin. I always do that. I just feel like it really gives it an even application. Yeah, what I love about everything, it still looks like my skin. It's not super cakey or thick, and everything just looks super even out. So that's why I love that tinted hydrator, and I do love mixing the two now. So especially being here with all the sun, I'm going to need any extra sunblock that I can get. Okay, now this is new to my collection, so I didn't have this when I was out on the road, but I am definitely going to use it today because I absolutely love it. Again, it's by Morphe. This is their Cheek Thrills. So this is in the shade Sunset Swim. Now, I think honestly that this is supposed to be a blush, but I'm using it as a bronzer. I could be wrong, but it was over by the blushes. So what I like doing at this point is just taking, I like mixing the two. This one's more like a shimmery. Again, if you love glowy skin, then yeah, this is what you'll want to do. If not, just use that matte one on the top. But I like mixing the two. As you can see, it's just a very subtle shade. It's not over the top. It's not too much. And again, I'm mixing it right here along the cheeks because, again, I love my skin to have that nice glow. I don't want it, beaming with highlight or anything, but I do love a subtle glow. Now, if you don't like cream products, of course, you can go and do what you normally do, but I do like cream products a lot. So yeah, this is a wonderful, wonderful little product here. I love that you have 3 options. That is actually a cream. This one's more like a balm. And again, it does have like a little bit of glow to it. And this is the powder. So Yeah, I mean, this is great for travel. Okay, so what I would do now is go in with some powder, and I'm going to take my Wet n Wild Photo Focus. I absolutely love this powder. I will always have this in my collection as well. And I think yeah, I just got the shade Translucent. So what I do now is just take quite a bit, as you can see, and I go around my T-zone because this is where I actually get oily. And so this is what I find that works the best, that if I do this, it really makes a difference for it to stay on a heck of a lot longer throughout the day than if I don't. And I'm not going to place anything under my eyes as powder wise because they've been so dry lately and just I feel like very wrinkly. So I don't want to add to that situation. And then what I did was go over everything with this new Morphe powder that I absolutely love. And this is called their Cloudlit Soft Glow Veil. And it's in the shade Sunrise. So again, this has more glow. So I just absolutely love this powder. As you can see, yeah, I've already hit pan because I use it literally all the time. Okay, for blush, I'm going to use this one here by e.l.f. Now, this one I did not pack on the trip, but I absolutely love it. It's super smoothing on the skin and very long lasting. This one's the primer infused matte blush, and I got mine in the shade Always a Crushing. So this is what it looks like. It's just a beautiful shade. So let's put this on, and I just wanted to add a little bit of brightness to the look because everything right now is like super neutral. So I think when I do, when you do that and add just a little bit of a brighter blush and a lip, that it just kind of will brighten up the face. So that's why I chose this shade. And I always take a little bit and add that in my shadow just to make everything kind of go together. And I'm going to place a little bit on the forehead, just right here in the center, a little bit on my nose and on the chin. Okay, and then for my mascara, what I took, or one of the mascaras that I took, is this one here by CoverGirl. CoverGirl. It's the Cleantopia. I absolutely love that mascara. I think I'm on actually my third tube because I love it that much. And it has like that old school wand, but as you can see, it has a really unique shape, almost like an hourglass. And I don't know if that has any reason as to why it really grabs on my lashes, but it sure does. And if you've been here a while, you will see I make a huge mess, especially when I'm in a hurry. So a lot of times if I'm in a hurry, I actually will grab this here, like a little shield, and use that only so my cleanup is a little bit quicker. But this one does flick away really fast. So if I'm in a hurry, I will just use a one coat or do one coat. And as you will see, this mascara really allows you to be able to do so. So yeah, see the difference right there? It's a really good mascara, but I'm actually going to go off camera really quick and do this because I am so messy, and I'll come back and we'll do the lip, and then I'm going to show you one other thing that I do when I'm in a real big hurry. Okay, so that's like 1.5 coats, not two, 1.5, because I got lazy there at the end. But as you can see, how much length and volume that mascara gives. And honestly, that is one of my favorite mascaras. I reach for that all the time. And then I was thinking as I was applying my mascara is, of course, you don't have to do all these steps. I tend to be a little extra, believe it or not, when it comes to kind of being, I don't know, a natural, I guess, or in a hurry, only because I'm just so used to seeing myself with, a lot of makeup because that's what I do here. But yes, definitely you could skip a lot of these steps. You don't have to use the powders. You don't have to apply the mascaras. You could totally just go maybe just light with your eye makeup, not even apply eyeshadow. So, it's all a preference, but I'm just sharing with you what I do when I'm in a hurry. And honestly, when I do this, it only takes me like 15 minutes. I'm not kidding you. If I'm not chatting away and all of that, I can get this on really fast. Okay, then for my lip, I'm just going to apply this here. This is new to my collection. It's by NYX. It's the Lip IV. Now this has hydrating gloss serum. It's really, really nice. I remember when I first tried this, it just felt like I was on a, almost applying water on my lips, but it is so nourishing and it kind of stains your lip the longer that it stays on your lip. So and as you can see how much color it really gives the lips here. It is super pretty. And this is in the shade Bubblegum Burst. So yeah, it's just very, very comfortable on the lip. Okay, so let me share with you what I do with my hair. You guys had mentioned several of you had mentioned in a previous video that you like my hair. Well, yeah, as you can see, it wasn't quite like this. Now, I could totally wear this out the door and be happy, but let me just share with you a few things. If you have shorter hair and you just want to have a little bit of extra, again, just to make you, make it look like you took some extra time. So I have so many of these type ponytails. So let me just share with you how you can really change a look by using these. And I always get the shade black, just so you know. So this one is a much longer one in my collection. And I usually wear this one if I'm, if I'm going out for the evening. I don't usually wear this one if I'm just running around town, but I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So all of mine that I do get are on a clip. So even if you have super short hair, I really think that this could work with anybody. So, I mean, even if you had just the tiniest bit of hair, this could just clip on it as long as you can get a ponytail. And even if you want to wear, or if you can't pull it all the way up on your head, you could probably put it a low one and use it and have a really nice long ponytail. So let me just show you this one now. I'm not really sure of all the length, but again, everything will be in the description box. So let me just comb this out just a little bit so you guys can see how much this will change up a look. So, and this one is long enough that you could put it right here. But isn't that a pretty? It just adds a little bit of something to the look. So I'm going to turn around so you guys can see what it looks like from the back. So this is what it looks like from the back. As you can see how long it is. And yeah, it is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so the next one I want to share with you is a little bit shorter. Well, it's quite shorter than that one, but it is still a little longer, but it has like a nice little curl here. It does have a little bit of fullness. Again, it is on one of those clips, so it makes everything so easy to put in. Now, when I wear this one, I kind of, turn or I don't know, kind of make my ponytail just a little bit more thin and then clip it on. And as you can see, how much volume it gives up here. And it just, I don't know, it's just very fun. So let me turn around so you guys can see what this one looks like from behind. And this is what this one looks like. Again, it's just very bouncy. You can't see my hair, I don't think, under that. So yeah, I wear this one quite often. Okay, took that one out. Now the last one, this one I wear probably the most, and this is the one I was wearing in that one video that you guys were asking about. So this one is the shortest of them all. Now this probably is almost my hair length right now, but as you can see, it's heck of a lot thicker looking than what I have in my head or on my head. So I am going to just clip this one in. And again, it's just going to give a little extra just so you look, I don't know, more put together. So this is what it looks like from the top here. And I will say when these do first come, in your package or in the box, they look a little shiny. And what I have found is that you can place just a little bit of, baby powder on these, and it will just take that shine down, and also maybe a little bit of hairspray that really helps as well. So let me show you what it looks like from the back. So look how nice that looks. Just very sleek. Again, now this one I probably would wear even on a, keep it in my desk here, on a nice, oh, I think everything moved. So anyway, yeah, I would even wear this out. It's just very, I don't know, just looks very Audrey Hepburn maybe. So yeah. And then the last thing I do want to share with you, I do this all the time. You guys know how many probably bottles I've gone through this. I do have like, I don't know, I feel like where it looks a little bit more thin, as you can see. You can see my scalp, and especially because I do have black hair, yeah, it's just more noticeable. So I use this all the time, or some form of it. I did find this one again back on Amazon. They were out for a while, and it's by Tresemme. It's called the Root Touch Up. So what I do is, well, this side doesn't look as bad today. So I just take a little bit and spray it just so it looks, see how much fuller that really makes it look. Now, let me go a little bit closer here, just so you guys get the idea. This is great too, in between your dyeing. So this is the final look of how I do things when I'm in a really quick hurry. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. I really, truly hope it was. Again, if I wasn't talking or anything, I probably could time myself and be done in 20 minutes, if I'm doing all my hair and all that. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, if you please do me a huge favor, hit that like button. It really does help me out. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I would absolutely love to see you again. I want to wish all of you a happy Mother's Day. I hope you enjoy your day with your family, or just to relax if that's what you're going to be doing. All right, you guys, I can't wait to see you again. I love you so much. And until next time.